Okay, good afternoon. Our topic this afternoon is solutions of quadratic equations. So for our objective, the student should be able to solve quadratic equations by extracting the square roots. Okay, so if we are going to have a review on the extraction of square roots, if we have the square root of a positive number, the square root is either positive or negative. So the square root of 25 is positive and negative 5. Okay? So, we have also the square root of 4. So, the square root of 4 is positive, negative 2. Why positive, negative? Because if we multiply your positive 5 times positive 5, that is positive 25. Negative 5 times negative 5 is still positive 25. Your positive 2 times positive 2 is positive 4, and negative 2 times negative 2 is also positive 4. So, the square root of any positive number is either positive or a negative. Okay, so there are two possible square roots. How we're going to apply your extracting the square roots in solving your quadratic equations. Okay, so we have your example of your quadratic equations. We have your x squared minus your 25 is equal to 0. So what we are going to do is we apply your addition property of equality. So we have now your x squared is equal to positive 25 because we add both sides your 25 and 25. So negative 25 plus 25 is 0 and 0 plus 25 is 25. If we extract the square root of both sides, the square root of your x squared is equal to your x, and the square root of 25 is positive negative 5. Therefore, the values of our x are, we have x is equal to positive 5 and x is equal to negative 5. So these values of x are the solutions to our equation x squared minus your 25 is equal to 0. So how about if we have your x squared minus 36 is equal to 0. The same manner, we have to separate your variable with your constant. So by addition property of equality, your x squared is equal to your positive 36. And extracting the square root of both sides, so we have your x is equal to positive negative 6. So therefore, the values of your x are positive 6 and the other one is negative 6. So these are the values of your x that would satisfy our equation x squared minus 36 is equal to 0. If you want to check your answer, you just simply substitute the values of your x on the original equation. So for example, we have our x squared minus 36 is equal to 0. If we substitute your 6 on your x, so 6 squared minus 36 is equal to 0. What is your 6 squared? That is your 36 minus 36 is equal to 0. 36 minus 36 is equal to 0, and that is equal to 0. Since they are equal, it means our value for your x, which is equal to your 6, is correct. On the same manner, if we have the value of your x that is equal to a negative 6, that would also be negative 6 squared minus your 36 is equal to 0. What is negative 6 squared or negative 6 times negative 6? So we know that a negative times a negative would be positive. So the positive 36 minus 36 is equal to 0. So 36 minus 36 is 0 is equal to 0. So it means our value for x that is equal to a negative 6 is also correct. Now, the question is, how about if our x squared bears a numerical coefficient? So let's try. So we have an example. Another example, we have your 3x squared minus 75 is equal to 0. So take a look at here. Our x squared now has a numerical coefficient of your 3. So first thing that we are going to do is we separate the variables with your constant. So your negative 75 becomes positive 75. So we need to eliminate your 3. So we multiply both sides by 1/3 by 1/3. So your 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we have now your x squared is equal to 75 divided by 3 is 25. If we extract the square root of both sides, your x now is equal to positive, negative. What is the square root of 25? That is your 5. Separating now the positive and negative, therefore, the values of your x are x is equal to positive 5 and x is equal to negative 5. Okay? So, this is another problem that we may encounter in your quadratic equation. So, there is a numerical coefficient of your x squared. Okay? How about if we have another one similar to this problem? We have your 4x squared minus your 36 is equal to 0. So we have 4x squared is equal to 36. So by 1/4, so we have by 1/4 on both sides. Multiplication property of equality. 4 divided by 4 is 1 times x squared is x squared. 36 divided by 4 is 9. Extracting the square root of both sides, so your x is equal to positive negative 3. And if we separate the values of your x, so we arrive at positive 3 as the first value of x, and x is equal to negative 3 for the second value of your x. Okay? So, we have seen two possible equations in solving your quadratic equations that are applied in extracting the square root. How about if we have a number on the other side of our equation aside from 0? Let's say we have your x squared minus 19 is equal to your 6. What shall we do? So we are going to have x squared is equal to your 6. Still apply your addition property of equality. We add both sides your 19. So this becomes now your 0. So negative now becomes your positive 19. Then we add the left side of your right side of the equation. 6 plus your 19 is your 25. Extracting both sides. So we have x squared is equal to, square root of your x squared is x. So your square root of 25 is positive negative 5. So in the same manner, x is equal to positive 5, x is equal to negative 5. Okay. So this is another type of problem equation in extracting the square root. So we need to combine similar terms before we proceed to the process of extracting the square root. Okay. Another is, how about if we have a numerical coefficient of your x squared, and this is positive 4, and this is equal to 40. So what shall we do? We have now your 2x squared is equal to, instead of subtracting or adding both sides, with your 4, we need to subtract both sides. So we apply subtraction property of equality. So we have now your 40 minus your 4. So we have 2x squared is equal to 36. So if we divide both by 2 by your multiplication property of equality, so we arrive at x squared is equal to 18. If we extract the square root of both sides, notice that the square root of 18 is not perfect. So what shall we do? We are going to factor out your 18 in such a way that one of the factors will have a perfect square root, and that is 9 times 2. So therefore, extracting the square root of both sides, x now is equal to. So we can extract the square root of your positive 9, and that is positive negative 3. But the square root of 2 is not perfect, so we copy as is the square root of 2. Separating now the values of x, so x is equal to positive 3 square root of 2, and the other value is x is equal to negative 3 square root of 2. So these are the values of x that would satisfy our equation. So you have seen several problems that could be solved using your method of extracting the square root. But we are not going to end up here. There is still another problem that we may encounter. That is, if your x squared is changed by a binomial. Okay, let's say an example. We have your x plus 2 squared is equal to 16. So notice that our left side of the equation now is a binomial. It is the square of a binomial. So if we are going to have your x plus 2, the quantity square, we are going to extract the square root of both sides. So the square root of any squared number is equal to the base itself. So we have learned that if your index is equal to the exponent, the root of that number would be equal to the base, which is your, on this example, it is equal to your x plus 2, is equal to positive, negative, the square root of your 16 is 4. Now, we have to separate the positive and the negative 4. So x plus 2 is equal to positive 4. On the other side, we have x plus 2 is equal to negative 4. So we have to simplify. X is equal now to 4, your minus 2. And x therefore is equal to positive 2. This is the first value of your x. And x now is equal to negative 4 minus 2. So in this manner, x is equal to negative 6. Okay? So these are the values of your x that would satisfy your equation. How are we sure that our answers are correct? You simply substitute the values of your x that we have solved. So let's have the checking. So for the first value of your x, we have your 2 plus 2 squared is equal to 16. What is your 2 plus 2? It is 4. If we square your 4, that is equal to 16. So therefore, 16 is equal to 16, and that is correct. So it means x is equal to 2 as the value of your x is correct. On the same manner, if our x is negative 6, so we substitute negative 6 plus 2 squared is equal to 16. What is negative 6 plus 2? That would be negative 4. Square that, and that is equal to 16. What is the square of a negative 4? That would be positive 16 is equal to 16. So since we arrive at equal values, it means the value of your x, which is negative 6, is also correct. Okay? So this is an example of applying, extracting the square root if your variable x is in the form of a binomial or the square of a binomial. Okay? So shall we take another problem? Wherein our variable x or our binomial is bearing a numerical coefficient, just like the example a while ago. So for example, we have your 2 times x plus 3 squared is equal to your 25. Okay? So what are we going to do? So we have here your 2. So we have to eliminate our 2. So we have your 25 divided by 2. And your 2 and 2 cancels out. So what remains now is your x plus 3 squared is equal to 25 over 2. We are not going to extract the quotient of this. So if we extract the square root of both sides, the square root of your x plus 3 squared would be your x plus 3 is equal to. We need to apply your law of your radical. So we could separate the square root of 25 over the square root of 2. So we have now your x plus 3 is equal to, the square root of 25 is either positive, negative 5 over the square root of 2. But take note, the square root of any number on the denominator is not accepted. So what are we going to do? We are going to rationalize our denominator. So our x plus 3 is equal to positive negative 5 over square root of 2. When we say rationalize, we need to multiply the numerator together with the denominator, a number that is a conjugate of your 2 so that it would become a perfect square number. And that would be the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. Did we change the value of our equation? No, because the square root of 2 divided by square root of 2 is equal to 1. And we have your multiplication property of equality. That is your identity property. Any number multiplied by 1 is equal to itself. So let's simplify. So we have now your x plus 3 is equal to positive negative 5 multiplied by the square root of 2 over the square root of 2 times square root of 2 is equal to the square root of 4. Simplifying further, we have x plus 3 is equal to positive negative 5 multiplied by the square root of 2 over, what is the square root of 4? That is equal to your 2. So separate the positive and the negative. So we have x plus 3 is equal to 5 square root of 2 over 2. And we have the second one, x plus 3 is equal to negative 5 square root of 2 over 2. So we need to eliminate your 3 here on this side. So our final answer here would be 5 square root of 2 over 2 minus 3. So this is the first value of our x. On the same manner, x is equal to negative 5 square root of 2 over 2 minus 3. And this is now the second value of our x that would satisfy our equation. 2 times your x plus 3, the quantity square, is equal to 25. So these are the examples of equations that we may encounter, and these equations could be solved by applying your extracting the square root. Okay? So if there are some questions, you just raise your questions in our GC, and I will be very much willing to answer your questions. So